Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasoolil Kareem. Distinguished Under Secretary General, Honorable Chief of General Staff, Pakistan Army, leadership of SIPS and NUST, UN peacekeeping officials, delegates from various capitals and New York, senior officers of the Pakistan Armed Forces, Excellencies, the ambassadors and members of the diplomatic corps, honorable foreign guests, countrymen, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon. It is indeed both a privilege and a pleasure to join you all at the closing of this important peacekeeping ministerial preparatory meeting, event that has brought together a wealth of expertise, insight, and commitment to the cause of international peace and security. I trust that the past 2 days have fostered rich dialogue, practical ideas, and renewed resolve, all of which will serve as an important stepping stone for our upcoming in Berlin next month. Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by extending my deep appreciation to the Government of Republic of Korea for co-hosting this meeting and to the United Nations Secretariat for its indispensable support. I also hope that during your stay you felt and the warmth of traditional Pakistani hospitality was enjoyed. Ladies and gentlemen, UN peacekeeping remains one of the most visible and cost-effective instruments for maintaining international peace and security. But this noble endeavor comes at a profound human cost. Today, we pause to honor 4,423 peacekeepers from over 130 nations who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Among them are 101 proud Pakistanis, including a courageous female peacekeeper. We salute their heroism and remember the legacy with gratitude and reverence. Ladies and gentlemen, regrettably, UN peacekeeping today stands at a crossroads, challenged by widening geopolitical divides that erode the political will, which is essential for collective action. The legitimacy of UN missions and safety and security of peacekeepers is increasingly being undermined by the spread of disinformation, destabilizing effects of emerging technologies, and the rise of non-state armed actors. At the same time, the threat to multilateralism, rising unilateralism, and financial pressures are straining the sustainability and effectiveness of the UN peacekeeping operations, underscoring the urgent need to revitalize multilateral cooperation and adapting peacekeeping to a rapidly evolving global landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 2 days, we have heard a range of innovative and actionable proposals. From the deployment of modern technologies such as counter-IED systems, ground radar, and early warning tools, to the use of simulation-based training for better preparedness, the message is very clear. UN peacekeeping must embrace technological transformation. We must also ensure that attacks against peacekeepers credible accountability. Only credible deterrence will protect our dear peacekeepers. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of peacekeeping demands adaptation. As the global security landscape evolves, so should these structures and strategies be deployed. To this end, Pakistan believes that the overview and the review of the UN peacekeeping must be anchored in the following guiding principles. 1. Strong political backing is essential. Why it is essential? Because the Security Council must provide unified and consistent support to all peace operations in the world. 2. Mandates must be clear, focused, and grounded in field realities. Troop contributing countries must be actively involved in their formulation from the very outset. 3. Missions need resources that match their mandates. Peacekeeping missions should not be asked to do more with insufficient resources. 4. As performance matters, deployment decisions should be based on professional standards and track records. 5. Regional and cross-regional partnerships must be strengthened. The recent Security Council Resolution 2719 on financing African Union-led operations is a significant step forward. Also explore closer collaboration with organizations like OIC. 6. Peacekeeping should be part of a broader peace continuum, integrated with peace-building efforts and anchored in long-term engagements. 7. Safety and security of peacekeepers must remain paramount. In an era of complex conflict and rising disinformation against UN missions, we must ensure that they are adequately protected and that perpetrators of attacks on peacekeepers are held swiftly accountable. And finally, peacekeeping must be part of a broader political strategy, one that addresses the root causes of conflict and fosters inclusive solutions. Without a viable political process, peacekeeping can only provide temporary respite. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has proudly served UN peacekeeping for over 6 decades. More than 235,000 of our personnel have participated in 48 missions across the globe, and we just Honorable Chief of Army Staff is one of them. We remain committed to the values of the UN Charter and the promise of multilateral cooperation. We also host one of the UN's oldest peacekeeping missions, UNMOGIP, tasked with the monitoring of the ceasefire in Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan fully facilitates its operation. For the mission to be effective, it must be granted similar access across the line of control. This is vital for regional stability. I repeat, this is vital for regional stability. The Security Council must also uphold its commitments towards a peaceful resolution of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute, in line with its resolutions of the Kashmiri people. Ladies and gentlemen, despite regional challenges, Pakistan remains optimistic. We envision a future of peace, connectivity, and shared prosperity on both our western and eastern borders. A future defined not by confrontation, but by cooperation, trade, and development. Let us leave this meeting with a renewed commitment to protect those who protect peace, to modernize missions for the challenges ahead, and to strengthen the foundations of a multilateral order rooted in justice, dignity, mutual respect, and collective security. I thank you all. Pakistan Zindabad.